There's a specific kind of tension, the kind where nobody says anything wrong. Nobody raises their voice. Nobody insults you. But somehow, you leave the interaction feeling small, confused,
Drained.
and you replay the conversation in your head wondering, was it just me? Here's the uncomfortable truth. The most dangerous dislike isn't loud. It's polite. And psychology shows that when someone secretly dislikes you, their body, tone, and microbehaviors begin to leak the truth, even if their words don't. In this video, I'll show you 7 signs someone secretly dislikes you. But pay attention, because most people only recognize these signs when it's too late. Sign number 1. The smile that never arrives. Let me tell you about Daniel. Every morning, he greeted his coworker Amara. "Hey, good to see you." Her lips would stretch wide, but her eyes stayed empty. At first, Daniel ignored it. He told himself he was overthinking, but over time, he noticed something. She smiled at others differently. Warmer,
Softer.
natural. Here's the psychology. A genuine smile, what psychologists call a Duchenne smile, activates the muscles around the eyes. Fake smiles don't. When someone secretly dislikes you but wants to appear socially appropriate, they'll give you the mouth, but not the eyes. And your brain notices the mismatch instantly, even if you can't explain why. That subtle inconsistency creates discomfort, and discomfort is data. Sign number 2, subtle social exclusion. Now, imagine this. You're in a group chat. Everyone is laughing,
Planning something.
then suddenly, silence. Later, you find out they met up. Without you.
No explanación. No confrontación.
Just absence. In social psychology, exclusion is one of the most common passive-aggressive behaviors,
Why?
because it allows the person to avoid accountability. If you confront them, they can say, "Oh, it was last minute. You're overthinking. It wasn't that deep." But exclusion is rarely accidental when it becomes a pattern. When someone secretly dislikes you, they reduce your proximity. Less invites, less information, less access. Humans distance themselves from what they resent. Sign number 3, backhanded compliments. "You actually did well. I didn't expect that from you. You're brave for wearing that." Notice the structure? There's praise, but it's contaminated. Backhanded compliments are disguised dominance signals. Instead of direct hostility, they deliver small psychological cuts wrapped in humor or surprise.
Why?
Because direct aggression risks social backlash. But subtle aggression? That's safer. And here's the deeper layer. People who feel threatened by you often use micro-insults to restore their own sense of superiority.
It's not always about you.
Sometimes it's about their insecurity. Sign number 4, closed body language around you. Watch the feet. This sounds strange, but stay with me. When someone feels comfortable and connected, their body opens. Shoulders relaxed, torso facing you, feet pointing toward you. But when someone secretly dislikes you, their body prepares to exit. Feet angled away, arms crossed, minimal eye contact, leaning back. Their nervous system shifts into subtle defensiveness. Even if their words are friendly, the body often reveals emotional truth before language does. And your subconscious picks up on these cues in milliseconds. That's why sometimes you feel tension, even when nothing happened. Sign number 5, they downplay your wins. You get good news,
A promotion.
a new opportunity, personal growth. You share it. They respond with,
Oh.
"Nice." No questions.
No excitement. No
And they change the topic. Here's the psychology behind this. According to social comparison theory, humans constantly evaluate themselves in relation to others. If your success highlights their stagnation, it creates internal discomfort. Instead of confronting that discomfort, they emotionally detach from your achievements. Not celebrating you is their way of protecting their ego. And over time, you'll notice they're enthusiastic about everyone else's progress, just not yours. Sign number 6, they mirror everyone except you. Humans naturally mirror people they like.
Tone. Posture.
Energy level. Speech rhythm. Mirroring builds connection subconsciously. But when someone secretly dislikes you, mirroring disappears. You lean forward, they lean back. You laugh, they stay neutral. You're expressive, they remain stiff. It feels like trying to sync with someone who refuses to tune in. This lack of synchronization creates subtle emotional friction. And again, you feel it. Sign number 7. Your nervous system reacts before your mind does. This is the one people ignore. After spending time with them, you feel
drained,
self-conscious, overanalytical, slightly on edge. Nothing dramatic happened, but your body feels unsafe. Your nervous system evolved long before modern language. It detects micro-expressions, tone shifts, eye movements, faster than conscious thought. When someone secretly dislikes you, your body registers it as social threat. And social rejection activates the same brain regions as physical pain. That's why it lingers. That's why it replays in your mind. And that's why ignoring it doesn't make it disappear. Here's what most people get wrong. Not everyone who dislikes you is malicious. Sometimes you trigger them. Your confidence reminds them of what they lack. Your growth highlights their stagnation. Your authenticity threatens their mask. Dislike often says more about their internal struggle than your behavior. But awareness is power. You don't need to confront everyone. You don't need to accuse anyone. But once you recognize the pattern, you can adjust your boundaries. Reduce emotional investment. Stop seeking validation from people who already decided not to give it. And here's the most important question. Why does this matter? Because when you don't recognize hidden dislike, you start trying to earn approval from people who never intended to give it. You shrink. You overexplain. You overperform, trying to win someone who silently resents you. And that's emotionally expensive. Instead, observe, accept, and redirect your energy toward people who genuinely celebrate you. Not everyone is meant to like you. And sometimes, being disliked is proof that you're growing beyond someone's comfort zone.